All right, everybody. So, anyway, the producer's not here, so I'm doing it all myself. And I just noticed that I've got a little bit of glare off my glasses. I hate that. And I am so sorry because I'm sitting here looking at a computer screen, but we'll get it all done. Remember this Saturday in Gallatin Palace Theater, uh, there is a little gig I'm going to be at, and it's basically Gallatin, Tennessee is doing kind of like a fanfare. It's put on by Linda Purr, and we're going to be down there podcasting live all day Saturday. It's from 12 to 6, and it is totally free. So y'all come down, listen to some good tunes, plenty of meet and greets. I'm pretty sure people may have some merch and stuff like that. I know I'm going to take some stuff. So y'all come on out and y'all can watch us podcast from there live, and we're going to have all kinds of good stuff going on. So anyway, what we got today is, I just love this girl to death. I don't care what anybody says. She is funny. She is country as all get out. Was North Carolina's agriculture ambassador for a little bit. So we had her on at CMA Fest, and we decided we'd get her back on and catch up with her and see what Miss Paige King Johnson has been doing. Howdy, Paige.
You know what? I don't care what anybody says. You do a pretty good job for not having a producer around.
Well, I try. I mean, guess who set all this up?
You.
It's fun stuff.
Hey, it looks good.
Well, I appreciate it. We it's amazing, to be honest with you. I don't know if you feel the same way or not, because when you got started in writing songs and doing all that stuff, did it feel like a beast that you couldn't escape even if you tried?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's, with any new thing that somebody's trying to figure out how to do, it'll eat your lunch, as my daddy always said. It feels like it is anyways, for the longest time, until you don't really realize it. And then it just kind of doesn't feel like work anymore.
Yeah.
And that's songwriting. That's anything that takes work.
Well, yeah. Cause I mean, I've talked to a lot of songwriters, and they've all said pretty much the same thing. They could be out at a restaurant or putting gas in the car or just anything, and then just something will hit them upside the head.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You have to be, I tell people all the time, as a songwriter, you have to be very open to everything that's happening around you and aware of everything that's happening around you. And you could hear something in passing that you're like, oh, that could be a cool song title. Or you might think of something. That's me. It hits me when I'm driving at the most inconvenient time, when I don't need to be on my phone or trying to write something down, is when it normally hits me.
Yeah, 'cause I had Sal Gonzalez on here, and he was talking about his songwriting and stuff. And I said, what are you doing? Just, looking for a napkin frantically or whatever. And he pulled up his phone, and he's got some kind of note thing on his phone.
You want to see mine?
Girl, his was full up, had like 80 something things on there. How many you got?
I have 261 notes just in my songs folder. So,
oh Lord. Daggone. You have to get busy.
These are just ideas. These aren't the finished ones. These are just ideas. Well, and half of them don't ever need to see the light of day or need to come out of my mouth. But there's some good ones in there. You have to write everything down, because you never know what's going to be good and what's going to be trash.
Well, see, that's where I'm weird, because I never really did a whole lot of songwriting or anything like that, unless it was like changing the lyrics to explicit things, Right. But I drove truck for 40 years, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I was always doing lights and sound around Nashville.
Yeah.
But when I was driving the truck, I would have different things pop up. And it's like I told somebody else, I said, heck, if you want a song, just tell me what you want. I
got plenty of them.
I got a story about some of this crap. So, I mean, I even got the title.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing, writing songs, because it's one of those things that you can't force. The
Yeah.
second, I tell people all the time, the second you start, trying to force it, it's not going to seem relatable anymore.
Well, say that's just it. I can tell you the story and I can give you the title, but as far as putting in order the words, how they need to be, and all that stuff, I ain't got a clue.
It's an art form. It is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's. I tried to write one, and I gave up first chorus. Oh my god! Because it's like I wanted to Google and go, what rhymes with this?
You do. That's our best friend is Google and Rhyme Zone. I don't know how in the world people did it before the internet.
It's amazing. Some of them old timers.
I know. There's some of the best songwriters out there. I mean, just like with anything, the people who have been doing it for forever, they're some of the best ones because they learned how to do it before it got easy to do it, with the internet and technology and all the things.
Oh yeah. That's I give a lot of the older songwriters, I give them their perks, man.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing how they wrote some of that stuff.
Yes, truly. And what they had to live through to write that stuff, Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been up to? We had fun on CMA Fest. Did you ever get any rest?
I mean, I'm sure I probably did at some point. Have I gotten any since then? That's questionable.
Well,
no.
I know y'all was under y'all had the whole itinerary, had everything going on. I had 48 guests in 4 days.
Golly.
And it was like from the time I got there, I didn't have time to do much of anything.
It's a wonder you even got my name right, honestly. Pieces of paper. I don't blame you one bit. No, it's been crazy. I mean, and you expect that anywhere from May up until honestly November is just like for entertainers, it's our heyday, it's our time to shine. And I feel like CMA Fest is always kind of the kickoff to that. Okay, we're just going to be crazy busy for the next few months, and we're just going to have to live with it. And so, yeah, since CMA Fest, I've just been running like crazy. I've been playing 3 or 4 shows every week all over the Southeast. And
yeah, I've been watching you. I mean, it's just pretty amazing. I mean, you're all over.
But I love it. I mean, and that's the dream. For me, I set a goal every year to play at least one new state. And I think this year I busted that wide open and I played 4 new states.
Yeah.
And so we've spent a lot of time on the road, but I love that part of my job. It's an excuse to get out and travel and see a lot of places that I probably would have never seen before if it weren't for my job. And, I'm very grateful that I get to travel with my husband or with my mom or friends or whoever get to go with me. And so, it's not too bad of a gig.
Yeah. I mean, it's
minus the lack of sleep, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Cause I don't care who you are. It's hard as all get out sleep on one of them tour buses.
Yeah, well, and I ain't that fancy. I ain't quite there yet. So we're rocking in, whatever expedition or suburban that we could have rented that week. So
yeah, but then you got legs and arms flailing everywhere. You just can't get no rest.
Oh yeah. But it's a glamorous life we live.
Doing your makeup at 80 miles an hour going down the road.
Yeah. If you don't ever look too close to me. No, I'm kidding. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, we get to see a lot of places that I would have never seen before. And, it's just so cool to meet new people or go back to places that I've played before and have more people that are at the show or people that are singing the words to my songs. And it's just, it warms my heart so much. And that is like one of the most rewarding things of my job is returning somewhere and seeing that those 15 people that were there brought 3 people with them. And so now the crowd has, tripled and, half the people are singing some of the words to my songs. And that's just the dream, I think, for anybody. And it's just.
I've had a lot of people tell me that it's when they go and they do a club or something like that and they're performing the first time, people start singing the words back just blows them away. Did it get you too?
Oh, absolutely. It made me want to cry, but also I'm like, okay, this is good. So if I forget my words, I have people out here who know
Exactly.
who know what they're supposed to be.
Because when you hit the big leagues and you've got laryngitis, you can just
Yeah.
walk out there and go,
Yeah.
y'all help me out.
Yeah. No, it is crazy though. I mean, because, as a songwriter, you're sitting and you're pouring your heart out over these songs and every single word matters and you're very, particular about what you're choosing and what you're saying. But then you get into the artist side and you're like, okay, how can we make this fun? How can we make this something that people can recall and sing along to and all the things? And so once that does start happening, it truly like does feed both of those for me, because not only are people connecting to the stories and appreciating the art that is the song, but also this is something that's fun that they keep going back to and they want to learn the words to that so they can sing along to. And it is like, it's one of the biggest thing that feeds my soul, at least as an artist. And I could only imagine, most artists that are out on the road doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy because I'm a big Pink fan.
Yeah.
Acrobatics and all that stuff.
Yes.
And every now and then I'll check her out on Facebook or YouTube and see some of the stuff that she's doing and with the audience singing back and everything else and giving her candy when she sits down at the piano and all that stuff. And I'm just like, dude, you're killing it.
And that's the goal for everybody, right? I mean, that's what we're all wanting to get to, is being, like a sensation like her, or like, in the country world, like George Strait or Lainey Wilson right now. There's so many people that are just, drawing so much attention to music world, but also in the country world too. And it's just, it makes me happy. It gives me some hope too.
Well, what's getting me right now, because I've noticed, and it's just the whole country music wave that's really happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it ain't, but I mean, they're dying for American country music over in the UK and just about anywhere you go over there, Australia. I mean, it's just wild.
Country's cool again.
I never knew it wasn't cool.
Well, yeah, I'm the same way. But to everybody else who kind of got off the tracks a little bit, it's finally coming back around, and being cowboy is cool again, which makes my little horse loving heart happy. And
the real cowboy or the concrete cowboy?
Well, the whole Western way of life is just being celebrated a lot more, and that makes me happy. Having grown up on a farm and shown horses my entire life, it is cool to see that being celebrated by people and being appreciated by people. Because I can guarantee you, when I was the horse girl in elementary school and middle school, it was not cool.
Oh, no, there was no coolness factor there. No,
I was so weird. I was the horse girl and I was the music kid. So I really just had two not cool things battling against me.
You had it going on in school. Now
you can only imagine how many boys were flocking my way, I'm sure.
Honestly, I would have to say the boys that actually did come toward you were probably the most original and down to earth.
They probably were. I could honestly count on one hand how many there were, but they were all nice boys. But yeah, because before I got into, after I got into guitar, but when I was in middle school, this is really going to make you think that I'm even cooler. I was first chair saxophone in my middle school band. So don't know if you knew that or not, but you're in the presence of
greatness.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, have you thought about incorporating that into some of your shows now?
No, I could not play the saxophone right now if you gave me $1 million.
But that'd be cool, a country song and break out the sax. I mean,
there might be a market. Maybe I need to start brushing back up on it. Who knows?
well, it's I found out during CMA Fest with all the interviews and people that I talked to, a lot of the younger generation are bringing back those old
Mm-hmm.
instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I had one guy on there. He actually put on one of his songs a mouth harp,
Oh, interesting.
and he was just like experimenting with all kinds of old school instruments, and I was just like making my heart good now, man.
Maybe I need to break out some spoons or something for my next record. Washboard. Who
Oh
knows?
God, I forgot about the washboard. I remember that. Little
Maybe
brown
I
jug.
do.
Get the little brown jug out, walk around.
No, I could. There's plenty.
Well, yeah,
That makes my heart happy as well too.
I love it. I just because there for a while, everybody was like, country's dead, blah blah blah, and now it's just exploding. So I don't think it's dead, folks.
No, praise the Lord.
It's gonna come back.
Yes.
The only thing I'm getting tired of is, and it's just my opinion, some people are not tired of it, but the only thing I get tired of is all these women that have gotten hurt by men and they're turning it into song, and just it's just like, dude, one right after another after another.
Can't you be happy?
I want to hear the one where you shot him and buried him and poured lye on him. I mean, just get it over with.
Oh gosh, bring back Goodbye Earl.
Boy, it's back in the day.
Oh goodness.
But it was funny. Goodbye Earl was funny. It was lighthearted. It had an up tempo to it.
Yes.
People could get into that.
Marianne and Wanda, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what I need to work on. A murder song.
A murder song.
Maybe that's what sells now.
I don't know. I mean, I told somebody the other day, because they were looking at different ways to do like podcasting, and they were trying to research and do all this R&D and development, and it was all for the purpose of making money at the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And after I got through laughing at him, I told him, I said, look, dude, you need to do it from the heart.
Yeah.
Because it's something you love to do.
Right.
You love talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Money will come.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been doing this for 3 years. I ain't seen a dime.
Right. But you love it.
I love it. I have a good time with it, and it's a good hobby.
Well, and that's the same thing with music too. I mean, kind of going back to what I said earlier, of when you start trying to force it because this is what's selling, or this is what radio's saying is commercial, or whatever it is, that's really when your fans or people who are following your music, that's when they can tell that it starts feeling, unauthentic, and that you're just trying to chase a trend. And, and I tell people all the time, if you're getting into music because you think that you want to be rich and famous and cool, and that this is glamorous, you got another thing coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
Because it can be 20 years into it, but you have to work your butt off and grind and, rub two pennies together and everything, just trying to stay afloat. And
a great support system.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
You need to understand that. You've got to have a good support system, people that actually believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
And ask other people that don't even know you, can I sing or not, please?
Right, exactly. Don't ask your mama, because she's got to say yes.
I can sing. Mama said so.
My mama said I can sing. Baby, go.
Got you there, Scooter. It gets crazy. It does.
But yeah, it's the same thing. And you can tell that you have, that your heart is behind what you're doing. And you can tell artists as well too, whenever their heart is behind the art that they're putting out. And I feel like people can also quickly tell when people are just trying to chase the trends or do whatever and be a flash in the pan. And I think in the end, all things work out like they're supposed to. And
Yeah.
the people that were meant to be there end up being there.
Yeah. Cause there's, I'm not real sure about, the Spotify and stuff like that.
Mhm.
If a band nowadays could have a one hit wonder
Mm,
like they did back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
yeah. I feel like probably like on the TikTok side of things, maybe. I hope and pray that I'm not, but but I'm sure it's a possibility.
Yeah. Well, it's TikTok has just like went crazy insane with some of the people.
Which I think we have it to thank for some of the artists that are doing really well right now, and like Zach Top is truly like breathing new air into country music right now, and all of that came from TikTok, and there's been quite a few people I feel like that have deserved things for a long time that have finally gotten the attention of Nashville because of TikTok, and so there has been some good that's come out of it, I think.
Yeah, because it's I noticed not only with me, but several other artists, it's like you get up to a certain area
Mm,
and then you plateau out.
yeah.
And I was amazed because I hired a very nice lady to help me out with social media and stuff. In 48 hours, I had 75% more traffic on my Facebook.
That's awesome.
And I was just like, holy crap, what was I doing wrong?
Right.
And she's like, you set it up like just an average person. There's ways you got to go in there and you got to hit certain things. And I'm just like, man, I remember back in the day, if you had a good song and knew how to play guitar, you just went to downtown Broadway and a record exec might see you or something, or his secretary and tell him. But now everything it's too easy, I think.
Well, I think yes, but also on the artist side, I think what we're feeling is that it is so easy to get your music out there that it's kind of hard to break through the noise
Yeah.
because there is so much going on and everybody wants, to get at this level. And so trying to break through all the noise and to get your stuff out there and you're all fighting for this small pool of people who are interested in country music. And, it can be a little bit um, I feel like a little bit harder, but also I'm sure everybody has said in every single decade of the music industry, oh, it's harder now than it's ever been. So, who knows really, truly.
Yeah, but the one that just stepped off the bus and then goes straight up to number one, everybody's pointing at going, you suck.
Yeah, I know. They're like, it's not fair. Why did this happen?
He didn't even pay his dues. It gets crazy.
I know. I actually have a song literally called Pay My Dues that is all about that. And it's we can all play the it's not fair game, but I think, like I said, I think the people who are supposed to be there and the hard workers and the people who have real stuff, it'll all end up kind of coming out in the wash in the end. So
I hope so.
yeah.
So when are you gonna play the ramen?
Oh gosh, that's a dream. Gosh, I don't know. I got to play the Opry back in July, and that was just truly. I was like, "What is my life right now?" Like, let me pinch myself and make sure this is not a dream. So
I'm never going to have the opportunity to do it unless I'm there as a stage hand. Okay, but how did it feel to step in that circle?
oh my gosh, so surreal. I mean, I think every artist, not just country artists anymore, I think every artist in the world dreams of being able to even just like sit in that room, much less be able to step on the stage and step in that circle that's got all of the old Opry wood in there. And it was just Amazing, and, so many emotions were coming through, and on top of it being my first time and trying to hold it all together and not vomit and not cry and everything, here I am, I was like, "Okay, Paige, we got to get it together. We only have 3.5 minutes on this stage."
Yep.
Um, but, I had my mentor, Pam Tillis, who was so gracious to share her stage
I've
with
always
me.
heard she was a sweet, sweet lady.
Yes, and so, she was there to kinda hold my hand and guide me through it and encourage me and kinda give me the "Atta girl, you're gonna be okay," and, that really it helped me so, so much, and it made it such a special night.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And I missed it, damn it.
I know. I know.
That's okay. I get to see it on Facebook.
Hopefully, there will be more.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
And then we gotta get you in the rhyming.
Right. That's the goal.
Where do you think? I don't even know. What does it take to get in the rhyming?
If anybody out there knows, let me know.
Because that's like the mother church, you know?
It is. It is. One of the most special places on earth.
Yeah.
But hey, another step. I'm very grateful. I'm getting to play Dollywood for the first time this weekend, and I'm excited about that. Getting to hit
Awesome.
up Pigeon Forge and get to go play in Dolly's world, which I'm excited about.
That'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are you living now in your hometown where you grew up, or are you?
So I split time between North Carolina and Nashville. So I kind of I tell everybody I get to live my Hannah Montana life because I get to live back and forth between both places, which is really nice. And just really, really grateful to have that opportunity and get to live my city life and then get to come back home to the farm and get to stretch out and have my own space and recharge and have things to write about.
Yeah. Did any of the hurricane get y'all?
No, thankfully not. We're in the central part of the state. So everything was pretty far west of us. But, my heart has just been hurting so badly over the last few weeks of seeing all the devastation from the hurricane and trying to figure out the best way to support all those people and help them and whatever we can do. And, praying for them in the meantime and trying to lift them up and however we can. So
we had a guy from work, my day job. He went out there. He had a trailer loaded down, chainsaws, food, water, all kinds of stuff. And we kind of donated to him and helped him out. And he went out there and spent 3 days, and he come back and he was like, dude, I ain't ever seen nothing like that.
Everyone that I've heard that has been out there and like boots on the ground has said the little bit of stuff that you have seen on the news or social media is not even a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And so I cannot imagine, and very grateful for our safety, but my heart just goes out to all those people who are still trying to connect with family members and grieving the loss of their houses and possessions and all the things. And it's going to be a rough next couple of months, but our mountain people are really strong people and they have great communities around them. And so,
my heart grew 5 times when I heard that one mountain area sheriff said, we told FEMA to get the heck out of here. I laughed off.
Those people know how to take care of their people. So it's,
they don't mess around either.
Yeah. They're resilient. So they will surely, they'll find their way again. I know they will.
Oh yeah, they will.
Yeah.
That's what I love about all the people out there. Everybody helps each other, and that's the way it used to be in the music industry. Everybody helped each other, and then it got to that cutthroat, when country music was dying. And I'm really hoping, along with the old timey instruments, I'm hoping more of that helping each other out and looking at what somebody else is doing and standing there going, "You go,"
Right.
instead of that hate and stuff that comes on them.
I know. It's I'm hopeful. I'm hoping, that the faith in humanity can continue to be restored and we can all just be nice people and just cheer on everybody.
That's what they need to do.
Yes.
You still got horses?
My family has one horse now. So every now and then I get to get out there and spend a little time with them, um, which is really good for me.
Yeah, it clears your mind.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a reason why horses are therapy animals because it's one of those things where you can shut off your phone, leave it at the barn, hop in the saddle and just get out into nature and be quiet for 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
which is a rarity these days.
Oh, it's well, see, I grew up in that generation where the phone was attached to the wall.
Right. Yeah.
When we walked out the front door, the phone stayed at the house.
Yep.
And I've caught myself reverting back to that on some days.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it on the charger, throw it on the bed, and I will walk my butt out that front door without no phone, no nothing, and just have a me day.
I'm sure that's a very freeing thing.
It is.
I don't know that I could ever get away with that, but it sounds nice.
Well, I mean, after the first 2 hours, you go through that little phase of where the heck is my phone?
Uh-huh.
Because you're so used to it.
Mm-hmm.
It gets crazy.
Mm.
So what new music have you got out?
So we're actually, this is big news, first news. We are going to be releasing a new Christmas single coming in the beginning of November, which I'm really excited about.
Yay!
It's an original Christmas song, so new. We're not redoing Jingle Bells for the 1500th time. It's an original song that I wrote with a fellow North Carolinian. And
Did Grandpa get run over by the reindeer this time?
nope, nobody got run over by a reindeer. It was that original. So
I love that.
yeah, so we're going to be putting that out. And then we've got a couple of things in the can for the beginning of the new year, but just trying to, this time of year is really when things at least start winding down a little bit. And so I'm trying to step back and kind of evaluate everything and figure out what next year's going to look like. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing. A lot of the touring or playing in clubs and stuff is starting to slowly taper down, and more people are wanting to get on podcasts now. So
yeah, that's good for you.
No, it turns into a lot of work for me.
As our business starts to wind down, yours starts to ramp up, huh?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, I don't know. Podcasting is a crazy little animal. I don't know if anybody's ever going to actually figure it out. But I just love having y'all on,
Yes.
Come on over. We'll do Christmas. I don't care.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Julie, the lady that helps me out with the show, she was saying something about, because we did 2 Christmas shows last year.
Oh, nice.
And she cooked 2 full Christmas dinners for both shows.
Okay. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah. And everybody here was like, holy crap,
Mm-hmm.
But she said something about she only wanted to do 1 this year. And I'm like,
too much of an undertaking, huh?
Probably. And I told her, I said, pick a date. Tell me what date. And then we'll start booking the artists for the show.
Absolutely.
But the only requirement is you got to sing a Christmas song.
Yeah. Well,
hey.
I can be your girl. I love to eat.
Who don't?
I know.
Especially some good old actual country cooking.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
I said something about let's deep fry the turkey, and she was like, nope, go in an oven.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
You got to.
You got to. If it ever gets done any other way, it wouldn't be the same.
No, I don't. Yeah, I know. I've got a. When my uncle was alive, he got to where he got away from the traditional Thanksgiving dinner, and he was doing prime rib.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some people do that.
And I'm like, no.
This ain't right.
No. It was good, but it ain't right.
Exactly. I appreciate the effort.
It's all about that.
It's all I'm such a traditions girl. And whenever anybody tries to rock the boat a little bit, I get so defensive, especially around like holiday traditions, just because that is something like, because that time of year is the only time of year that as a musician, we get to slow down a little bit and we actually do get to like spend that time with family.
Yeah.
And so for me, I am a stickler about it's got to be what it's supposed to be. We can't stray. Y'all don't get any kind of wild thoughts going on in there because it's going to be how it always was.
You still do the popcorn around the tree?
No, we never did that. We were never a popcorn family.
I usually would end up eating the popcorn before it ever got on the string. So, I mean, we never really did that. So
that was never a thing in the Johnson household. No.
So did you get a trophy room?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you was 5-time Carolina Music Awards. Female vocalist of the year in North Carolina. I mean, just all this stuff.
Well, I do have one of them sitting above my head here.
Well, that's what I was noticing. And I was just like, surely to God, she's got a trophy room.
I have a couple of I'm looking at them over here, a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4 awards up on a shelf that my husband did build for me here in my little office.
Oh.
So it's nice. It's good. I love having this on the wall because this is my Songwriter of the Year award.
Yeah.
And so when I'm sitting in here writing, it is a good kind of motivator to, continue to try to beat myself and outright myself and all the things. And so it is nice to have some of those visually, to just remind you how far you have come, because on the hard days, you do need that. And B, as motivators to beat yourself and do better. And so, there's a few sitting out here.
Yeah, I think the only thing I got around here as far as an award goes is I got a deer head on the wall.
I was going to say, and there's also, if you go in this room over here, there's a deer head.
I actually have my dad's deer head that he got shortly before he passed away. Mm-hmm. And it was 2 points away from being Tennessee state record.
Wow.
Big old deer.
Wow. Yeah, ours isn't quite that impressive, but still meat in the freezer. That's all that matters.
I tell you, I'm not able to go hunting anymore because every time I step in the woods, the only thing I can think of is my dad.
Right.
And so I'm having to like, hey, you got an extra deer? Let me know.
Right. Yeah.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, sure would be nice.
Because I'm down to 1 in the freezer. I got to get at least 2, 3 more.
Yeah, it's nice to have.
You go hunting any?
I don't. I get to go and help my husband put out corn, usually around this time of year, but he never invites me to actually go and tree stand with him. I don't understand why. It's like he thinks I talk too much or something.
That could be a possibility.
I don't understand. Or like I'm loud or something. I don't get it. But
you're showing up with a bag of chips and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I would definitely have to take snacks.
Well, yeah. I told a friend of mine, I said, if you ever get hungry or you're starving to death, the only thing you got to do is just walk up to the first woman and say, excuse me, ma'am, you got a snack in that bag?
Oh, my purse right now constantly is stocked with 3 granola bar options, some kind of dried fruit in there, some nabs, never go anywhere without some nabs, um, gum, and I have a whole pharmacy in my purse. So
Mhm.
I've got you covered. But you know what? It never fails that my husband comes up and says, "Honey, can I get something out of your purse?" And I'm like, "This is why I carry it."
See, he's braver than me. I was always told, don't you ever go in a woman's purse.
Well, I have to get it out,
Yeah.
but he asks for it, so
Well, see, he's old school too.
he is. But he's grateful for
Well, yeah.
it.
When we was doing CMA Fest, I think it was on a Saturday it might have been Sunday. And we were sitting there and I had a guest on and we were sitting there talking and Julie reaches over into her purse and she's pulling out a snack. Well, me and the guest both are like,
Can I have some of that?
not in there, you know. Dude, she come out with a bag.
Uh-huh.
Donuts, powdered donuts, cookies, snacks out. I mean, it was just everywhere.
Well, especially for something like CMA Fest, you got to come prepared
Mm-hmm.
because it can be long days and you don't want to be getting hungry.
Oh yeah. Well, that was my first time there. I can't remember. Was it your first time or your second time?
No, I've done CMA Fest for quite a few years.
Okay.
So I know to come prepared now.
Yeah.
Long days.
Oh yeah, I know now.
Sweaty days.
I think the hardest part of it was the setting up and tearing down every day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It was crazy.
I'm sure.
But we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got to meet a lot of nice people.
Well, that's the goal.
No, the goal is to meet a lot of nice people and get their fans to see them and hear them.
Yes.
And give their fans that opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
That's where I'm at with the whole show.
Yeah. Well, I love that.
Yeah.
And fans will cross over and you know, people that follow me will now follow you and vice versa. And we're all one big happy family.
Hopefully. I am finding out. I don't know. You've got a YouTube channel. Have you found out that you'll get like all kinds of views, but that subscribe button is like 2 inches over and won't nobody ever hit that subscribe button?
I honestly, I'm so bad at paying attention to numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably the same for everybody. So possibly.
I got to looking at it because everybody was telling me there's some kind of graph and all this stuff that tells you all the analytics of all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I got 5,000 view hours, but only so many subscribers. What? Yeah. What's going on?
It's crazy. It's the same thing like I was talking about in the music industry. It's just, you know, we're all competing for everybody's attention. There's a lot of noise going on out there in the world about anything and everything. And it's just, we're all trying to put out quality stuff that, you know, means something to us and is worth listening to. But there's a lot of other people doing the same thing. And so it's keep doing what you're doing because you love it and because you believe in it, and the right people will find it.
Oh, yeah. That's what I try to put it out there as much as I can. I mean, I love the whole art form behind it.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you just really stop and you know, it's like, it may not be Van Gogh or you know, one of the great artists, you know, but if you just
sell yourself short.
No, I'm just saying, if you really look at it and you look at what people go through learning the guitar, some people have went through vocal lessons, you know, all this stuff, and then start writing their own songs and the whole learning how to write songs, you know. I mean, it's wild and it's just really a self-driven art form.
Yeah, truly.
That is really just you. It's just you.
Mm-hmm. And it's I feel like the entertainment industry as a whole is so interesting because it's this one side that you have to be super artistic and creative and all the things, but on the other side it's also a business, if you're trying to pay your bills and keep the lights on. um and so it's this constant tug of war, I feel like, between the creative and the business mind, and trying to keep things in order, but also trying to stay free enough so that you're not putting yourself in a box. And, it's something that you constantly have to kind of keep in check with itself, of, making sure that you're making time to create and get in that headspace, but also making sure that you're keeping everything straight, especially as an independent artist. I wear most all the hats. And so
Yeah.
it's you kind of have to pigeonhole yourself into, okay, I'm going to sit down and spend 5 hours doing this, and then I need to handle some admin stuff. And so it's a lot.
It, that's why I had to get people to help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have went on record on the show, and I have said, artists today, with the internet and everything else that's going on, you don't really need that record deal anymore.
Yeah.
You can make a really good living if you just got some good, trustworthy friends that know what the hell they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and put that team together.
Yeah, it does work for, it has worked for quite a few people. And it's interesting that, the music industry kind of there's multiple approaches that can be successful for all kinds of people. And so, that is a great thing that people are able to kind of build their teams around them, and, self-fund themselves. And that's just, it's encouraging, to independent artists, of knowing that if, that dream doesn't come true on one hand, that, maybe there is a dream on the other hand that we just hadn't seen yet.
Yeah. Now, if we could just get studios to like, kind of like AARP, when an artist shows up, they can say, I'm an independent artist, and you
Right.
get 20% discount. That would be great.
Can I show my AAA card at the door?
Something, anything. I mean, independent,
please.
independent artist union. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
It's free to join.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how much the cards would cost.
True. True.
I still like the 20% discount. So,
yes, very much so.
Oh, Lord. Hey, guess what? On this show, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm trying to see if anybody's put any comments up there. Mike Saminsky did. I used to work with him. He said, hey, David. Hey, Mike. Maybe somebody will leave a comment for you or something. Who knows?
Maybe so. We'll have to. I will always come back and look and see. So even people who aren't watching it live, I appreciate it. We're glad you're here.
Well, it just it's crazy day by day. You don't really know,
Mm-hmm.
You could have 1 million people that's actually got plans right now, but
Yeah,
we'll look at it later.
Absolutely. Yeah. Internet's a crazy place.
I know. And they talked me into this.
I know. Yeah, we still love it, right?
It's a blast. I have fun.
It is. It is.
So what you got going on the rest of the afternoon? You gonna
Well, it's not over here, so I got a husband pawing at the door waiting for me to come cook some supper, probably.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I know. That whole, it's weird. He doesn't realize that I'm a superstar.
He didn't get that memo yet.
He didn't. He just thinks I'm a regular old wife.
You're going to have to print it off, put it in his underwear drawer. He'll find it.
No, I love it. I feel like it's so important in what I do to have people around you that truly do just treat you like a regular schmegular person.
Yeah.
And so I do enjoy the mundaneness of being a wife and keeping up a house and all the things whenever I get the opportunity to. Because right now we've been on like this week I think will be like a 8 or 9 weeks that we've been on the road every single weekend. And so I've been averaging like 2 and 3 nights a week in my own bed. So the nights
Yeah.
that I do get to come home and just cook a meal and hang out with him are few and far between. So I'm very grateful for him.
But do you feel like when that time happens, you actually you've hit a little bit of a grounding?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, and two, it's like, when you're on the road, it's go, go, go. It's play the show. It's load in, wait around, sound check, wait around, play the show, hop in the truck, drive for however many hours to get to the next show. And so, it's nice to be able to get home and decompress and be in your own familiar space for a couple of nights and get to do laundry in your own washer and dryer and all the
God,
things. And so it's
I'm
it's
picky
nice.
about that. I've got to have my own
Mhm.
washer dryer. I'm just picky.
Mhm. Yeah. So it's a lot of back and forth, but tonight we're going to have a regular night and I got to pack up for this weekend and head out again on Friday. So
Where are you playing this weekend?
I'll be in Dollywood. So
Oh, that's right. You said that already. I'm sorry.
I play in North Carolina on Thursday, and then Friday through Monday I'll be in Pigeon Forge playing at Dollywood. It will in and around Dollywood. So
Is it
we'll be
like on different stages in Dollywood or?
So I'm playing on Friday and Saturday night at the Heart Song Lodge, which is a
Oh,
hotel kind of associated with Dollywood.
right.
And then Sunday and Monday I'm playing on the back porch theater inside of the theme park. So
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You'll have to look for our friend of the show, Kirsty Kraus. She's going to be out there this weekend.
Oh, really? I know Kirsty. I'll have to reach out to her.
Yeah, I reached out to her the other day. We was talking about some stuff because Christmas is for kids is coming back up. Artist gets on the bus and it's all for unfortunate children.
Right.
I started helping it out last year. I'm gonna do it again this year, and I think Kirsty's gonna do it again.
That's awesome.
So it's a lot of fun.
I'll have to reach out to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick on her.
She's a sweet girl.
She is. Where's too much pink though?
That might be subjective.
No, she got the hat, the boots, the whole 9 yards.
I know, she did. She's got it going on.
Well, she's on her very last sticker of Dabba Dolly.
Oh.
But when she was on my show, she gave me one, so I got it over there. I told her, I said, I'll keep it for you and on the back end. I got you.
Nice. Yeah, I'll hold it in reserves.
It's those little classics,
Oh yeah, you gotta have them.
Gotta keep them.
Yes.
Well, Paige, I really appreciate you coming back on and catching up with us since CMA Fest. And I'm so happy for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you having me on and taking time to check in on my little corner of the world.
Well, Julie asked me the other day, she was like, why do you keep track of all these people that were on your show for the CMA Fest? And I said, because I'm really, really curious how they're taking it, how they're going with their career, because I want all of you to make it.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. And as you know, a lot can change in 4 months, since we saw you at CMA Fest. So much appreciated that you do check in on us.
Well, it's, one of my biggest things, because I've seen it in the industry where somebody got taken advantage of or, all that other stuff. And people would just go home and throw their music in the back of a closet.
Yeah.
And I'm forever the champion of those people.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear that music.
Right.
Because what if there's one song that's buried in that closet
Yeah, that could be the biggest number one that nobody's ever heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It could change somebody's life. It could save somebody's life. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know. But you got to hear it. So I try to tell everybody, I don't even care if it's a nursery rhyme. Get your music out there.
Yeah.
Let people hear it.
Yeah. That's the truth.
So we're going to tell everybody where they can find all your music.
Yeah, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, all the places, anywhere that there is music. Just look up Paige King Johnson. And my website is paigekingjohnson.com, and it has merch on there. It has new music. It has tour dates, everything that you would need to know about my music going on there. So you can check it all out there.
And I checked it out earlier, and it's actually very descriptive and precise. I like it.
That describes my personality well, so I'm glad that it gives that all.
Awesome. Paige, appreciate you being on. And oh, by the way, on your Facebook post, yeah, I'm one of them country boys that says, love you, mean it.
Yes, I know. It accidentally slips out every once in a while.
Especially when you're talking to like 15 different people in a day.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you're like, I do love you, but I really didn't mean to say it.
I'm real bad about I'll call them back and go, hey, that wasn't for you.
Yeah. I didn't mean to freak you out.
Yeah, you could blow a relationship real quick with that one.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
We just met and you love me, honey.
Too quick. Too quick.
All right, Paige. Appreciate you being on, hon. And all the info will be on. That way people can come and find you and check out your music. And I just can't wait when we do it again and hear some more good stuff that's going on in your life.
Yes. Well, you take care, and I'll see you soon.
Hey, I hope so. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. Remember, please check out Paige King Johnson. You can go to her.com, all that other good stuff. Everything's there. Check out all of her stuff. I'm telling you, you're going to love this girl's music. She's a heck of a writer, and she does it from the heart. Check out her stuff. Check out my stuff. Check out all your favorite artists' stuff. Listen, guys, it's a numbers game. So like, share, follow, subscribe. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody get their numbers up, and that's how everybody gets booked on shows. It's awesome. Love it. And we're going to get out of here. Love you, mean it. Bye.